Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. More dangerous men and dangerous drugs. The week of February 5th to 9th, 2024, on Days of Our Lives, we'll see a lot of action. It suggests that while one man is searching for solutions, the other is keeping things from him. Watch closely the following week to see everything that's going on in Salem. All around Salem, secrets were revealed. By the end, Everett was spending the night with Stephanie after telling her he had a confession. He wasn't content with being in the friend zone. Steve was dispatched by Marlena to find John, who had been out late by himself. When Steve discovered him, he admitted that Constantine is aware of the pawn, which caught John off guard. Harris brought Kate to a room at the pub after she confronted him about Lucas going missing, bringing the mother and son back together. At last, Teresa and Alex engaged in a game of truth or dare. A terrified Paulina went to Sarah for assistance, but in the end, she was able to call Chanel, who then summoned Johnny, to come and comfort her. When Leo saw Stephanie walking out of Everett's, the latter attempted to contain the damage. Steve opened out to Kayla about the threat from Constantine, but he stopped short. After grilling Wendy about her plans, Ava became irritated with Stefan for attempting to be agitated. Johnny chastised Uncle Stefan for his infidelity with Gabby. Johnny received a lecture about not bringing Chanel into their terrible family when he asked Chad to be his best man. He so suggested to Chanel that they put off the wedding. Paulina had before chastised Chanel for handling her like a child when they were arranging her nuptials. Xander went in search of EJ, believing him to be the mysterious caller, see that here, but instead he encountered Stefan, who informed him that his days as a criminal were gone. Brady encouraged Alex to get over his jealousy after he showed it to him. Joyous about their most recent narcotics bust, Jada, Elia Cantu, was concerned that Harris would not let Ava go. They all celebrated Roman's, Josh Taylor, years of service to the Salem Police Department in the pub. Leo, Melinda, and Marlena interrupted Sloane and Eric's attempts at intimacy. Sloane said that she didn't think she was suited to be a mother. Lucas called Chad and Everett for an interview in an attempt to move the case along more quickly when Harris happened to stroll in. Harris discusses his thoughts for Ava with Marlena earlier. Brady disturbed a delicate Alex by resolving Teresa's work dilemma. Maggie gave him wise counsel, but after he turned down her request to go back to Titan, she plotted her return and used Brady as a pawn in her scheme. After interfering with John and Marlena's dinner, Brady and Teresa strolled down memory lane. After an uncomfortable dinner party with Xander, Sarah, Maggie, and Constantine, the latter left without taking Maggie with an enraged expression on his face. Afterwards, he confronted John and made fun of him while holding his card hard. Ava and Stefan drank their sorrows away, then turned to one another. Jada discovers 2 moles and pays. Clyde delivers perilous order. Spoilers for Days of Our Lives indicate that the Salem Police Department has been concerned about a mole. Given how suspicious the cops who have been shown lately seem, there might actually be 2 of them. Along with other police officers, Officers Phillips and Goldman could very well be employed by Clyde Weston, James Reed. Harris Michaels has been very reticent about Lucas Horton's whereabouts, which makes sense given that someone is obviously giving Clyde information. It's understandable that Harris was concerned about Everett Lynch and Chad DiMera's arrival given that not even Commissioner Rafe Hernandez is aware of Lucas's hiding place. Regarding the mole scenario, DOL enthusiasts are aware that the leak needs to be located and, if feasible, sealed. Will Jada Hunter be the one to discover who is disclosing private police information? If that's the case, day spoilers indicate that might get very messy. In order to retaliate, Clyde makes it his mission to learn details about his adversaries' private lives. Since Jada and Rafe's relationship isn't really hidden anymore, Clyde's sources might spread the word and advise using it as leverage. Day's spoilers suggest that Jada can get into trouble with Clyde if she starts to uncover the proof or exposes the moles. Jada might be ordered out by Clyde if he believes she is too intelligent for her own benefit. Clyde might at least have his men beat Jada and send her to the hospital even if she escapes death. Perhaps Clyde is using it as a means of communicating with Rafe as the drama intensifies. That might also set up Day's major disclosure about Jada and Everett's previous union. Everett may accompany Stephanie Johnson to the hospital, where Jada may eventually meet Bobby and make the connections while she heals. Of course, there are doubts about the extent of Everett's recollection of Jada and their past together following his coma, but Jada's probable illness may serve as the catalyst for some discoveries. In any event, Jada might be in danger as a result of all the mole mayhem, according to Days of Our Lives spoilers, so keep an eye out for updates that could endanger her life. Holly has amnesia and can't remember Tate's name when she wakes up? According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Holly Jonas is having therapy at a cutting-edge hospital in Italy, but she has experienced a lot, including several seizures. When Holly does eventually emerge from her coma, it makes sense to believe that she may experience some memory problems. Holly might experience amnesia, even just a little bit of it, and find it difficult to recall all the drama surrounding the drugs on New Year's Eve. Holly might not be able to clear Tate Black's name as a result, at least not right away. Days may be able to push the drama to the point where Holly won't even recall Tate returning to Salem from boarding school. If Holly can't remember their relationship at all and Tate is still falsely accused, it might seriously worsen his anguish. Naturally, Days spoilers indicate that Tate will be relieved when Holly eventually regains consciousness, but he might also need to continue handling the case's legal complications. Fans of DOL are aware that Tate is not to blame for the narcotics Holly obtained, but the way things turned out has left him in a juvenile treatment center. Sadly, if Holly awakens in Italy with amnesia, that won't immediately alter. Holly's recollections, particularly the ones about her drug overdose and Tate's lack of engagement in it, could not come back to her right away. In any case, Days spoilers indicate Nicole DiMera will be ecstatic when Holly finally opens her eyes. Nicole will be greatly relieved to see her daughter looking back at her. There was a period when she believed Holly would not live. It's fantastic news that Holly will heal more quickly once she's up and conscious. Holly will eventually be able to save Tate from a memory flood with the assistance of her doctors and any information Nicole may provide. Stay tuned for more on Holly and Tate's teenage romance tale, as spoilers on Days of Our Lives suggest that they will finally get the chance to continue their turbulent love story. James Reed makes another appearance as Clyde Weston. The Statesville prison inmate will share powerful scenes opposite Steve Burton's Harris on Thursday, February 8th. Harris is determined to bring Clyde down and is willing to go undercover to squash Salem's latest drug ring, but Clyde usually has a few tricks up his sleeve. Two adorable kids are back on the Salem scene. Carrie Christopher and Autumn Gendron reprise their roles as Chad's, Billy Flynn, children, Thomas and Charlotte DiMera, on Friday, February 9, 2024. The pair interact with Susan Seaforth Hayes Julie when she reads them both a bedtime story in the Horton house. Thomas and Charlotte are happy to be living with their mother's beloved cousin once again.